Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Creative Council. My name is Natasha, and today we're going to be discussing the color gold and amber. So, let's start with amber. Amber is really a amazing color. It's a popular color throughout the Bible, throughout the scriptures. And typically, when you see it in a dream, it is going to be representing something that's holy, something that's set apart, something that is anointed. Um, the beautiful amber color, actually, the anointing oil. Nowadays, the anointing oil doesn't look amber typically, but in biblical times, it had a beautiful amber color because of all the different other elements that were incorporated into it to give it that beautiful vibrant color. So, and that is something that was used to anoint the priests and anoint kings for their office that they were going into. So if you're seeing the color amber, depending on what it is, if it's clothing, if it's an object, so you just want to kind of think about what the object or the element represents, and then also that color as well. So it could be, like I said, holiness, anointing, being anointed for something, and being prepared for something, an office. Um, as well as, like I said, holiness. And then with the color gold, gold is actually, it also represents holiness, something that is, when you think about the Ark of the Covenant, it had a lot of gold. Just the temple had a lot of gold in it because it was holy. So it's something that is hallowed, I should say, more hallowed, and used for service. So something that's not only set apart but actually used in service to God. So gold is can represent that. It can represent refining, um, removing of impurities. In Revelation, Jesus says, I counsel you to buy from me gold refined by fire. And then when you think about gold in general, in order for impurities to come out, they have to burn it. But they have to burn out the impurities to get the purest gold or whatnot. So that is typically what that means. Hallowed, something being needing to be refined or is refined, and something without impurities in it, or maybe needing to go through that process of refining and being hallowed or set apart for service to God. On the negative side, with gold, it can also represent greed. When you think about the woman in the book of Revelations riding the scarlet beast, she was decked with like scarlet, purple, and all these beautiful royal colors. But she was drinking the blood, drunk off the blood of the saints or whatnot, and all the things she did with different kings of the world at that time. So it could represent greed. It could represent idolatry. When you think about the children of Israel worshiping the golden calf, and also in our times, people who worship the stock market, the bull, the golden bull, it is a representation of idolatry as well. So, like on the positive, it could be hallowed, it could be refining, it could be holiness, but on the negative, it could represent greed, worship, idolatry, even harlotry. Because a lot of times when people would go into worship, um, of idols, it was considered adultery and harlotry by the Lord. But that's typically what those colors mean, depending on the elements. Like I always say, context is king, so you always want to look at other elements to give you more insight to what the meaning of the dream is.